Hello, y'all. How are y'all doing? I was about to go to bed. I haven't done the Country Wayne skits, I think, like 2 weeks. And I was not planning on doing it to the weekend. Until I saw two things that irked my nerves. Number one, Anthony and Amber, when it come to her talking about Anthony and him being the nerd and him not getting females like her. Amber, you are no better than Anthony because you look down on Tamara, you look down on Imani, you look down on Piari when it came to dating Wayne. You look down on Shayla as well. So, Amber, you are no better than Anthony is. The fact that you went in there, and like I said, I understand Amber's point of view that y'all bought that restaurant. But when she was hesitant, y'all should have said no right then. You should have turned around and not did it. And I have a feeling this is not going to be well for them. I got a feeling this is not going to end well at all. Because that woman does not want to change the way she do things. So yes, there are people that want the money, but they are not going to listen to you when it comes to how they do their business. And you're going to end up losing money. Just like with Bar 44, it was the same issue. Y'all got involved and invested in people and that did not want to change the way they do things. If you invest in somebody and they're not willing to do the work that it's going to take to make it a success, then there's no point of doing it. The fact that every day these two are always fighting. If Wayne don't come up, Shayla comes up. That's another thing I had the issue with. The fact that she said, why are you and Wayne still associating with each other if this is such an issue? And don't get me wrong, that's a valid point. But at the same time, Amber, you did your dirt too. And when you always throw in Shayla and Anthony's face, but when Anthony bring up Wayne, you saying it's before the marriage, I don't care when it was. Wrong is wrong regardless of when you do it. And that is the issue I have with a lot of people talking about these Country Wayne skits. Y'all try to make it seem like it's a time and a date, like that matters. It does not matter when you do wrong. Wrong is still wrong. I don't care when you did it, before or after the marriage. It does not matter. The point is, you did what you did. And there are consequences, repercussions, and karma. And I need people to understand, if that is not the first thing that come to your brain, as far as consequences, repercussions, and karma, then that is a very serious problem. Another issue I have is the fact that Amber is expecting Piari to be loyal to her. First of all, Piari is not your friend. Piari was never your friend. And even before her and Shayla got close, you and her were never close. That is her friend. And that has nothing to do with her loyalty to you. She don't have to have loyalty to you. And that's the thing. Nobody has to do anything that they don't want to do. So even though you may want these people to do something, that don't mean they're going to. And that is the one thing I learned in healing and recovery. If somebody says no, just say, okay, fine. But at the end of the day, you and her will never be friends. When you first met that girl, you had an issue with her. Even though her and Anthony did sleep together, and you still don't know about that yet. But the fact that Anthony told Piari about that child, Anthony, that was not your place, and that was not Wayne's place. And Piari, you are still in love with Wayne. And you still in love with Anthony. At the end of the day, you gonna lose Rome because of your drinking issues and the fact of your insecurities. The fact that you upset because he didn't tell you he has a daughter. That man has every right to protect his child. That man has every right to make sure that your relationship is going to be solid before he brings that child around you. I do not blame him as a mother. So why is it when a man who has a child who is trying to protect his daughter Everybody wants to give this man a hard time because he didn't tell her that he had a daughter. He didn't have to, and that's not something he has to disclose. He does not have his child full time. He has this child part time. So at the end of the day, the fact that he's uprooting his world to come be with you, that right there tells you how much how much you mean to him. The fact that you sneaking and drinking, and after what you did when it came to that party, that birthday party, you shouldn't be drinking at all. And I love the fact that he asked her about her drinking. When did she start drinking? But PR is an alcoholic. She's a pure C alcoholic. And that is a problem. So at the end of the day, you're going to mess around and lose this man because your insecurities and your doubts are a problem. And I know that has everything to do with Anthony. But still, the whole thing is, this just proves that even the most attractive women have the same insecurities as unattractive women do. There's nothing different between attractive women and unattractive women. None. Because when you're competing against another woman, it's going to be the same insecurities no matter what. As for Jocelyn, the fact that you're now a side chick to Sade is crazy to me. The fact that you told Ralphie that Ty was the love of your life, but then again, she was talking to Rico and Ralphie overheard it. Ralphie, let Sade go. Let Sade go at this point. Because you said you were going to be different than her, the other men in her life, and yet you're not. Sade, you stepped into this, and I'm not feeling sorry for you either because you stepped into it knowing Jocelyn used to date Ralphie. You should have told her when she was dating Sean that you had feelings for Ralphie. Because then it wouldn't have mattered. For the simple fact of the matter that she was with Sean. But you waited. And you came between them two. You the one that lied to both of them to make sure they couldn't get back together. So you could get Ralphie because of what your homegirl said. As for Sonny, if you believe that man... Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody losing their daughter, that is one thing. But I don't believe that's it either. Because he said he has a fetish for women that are pregnant. He gonna dodge her again. Sonny, you need to go to therapy. You need to be by yourself. After what your husband did to you, you ain't been the same since. Ever since that man did what he did to you, as far as having and being with a man, you've been messed up ever since. Then you went chasing after Mike and trying to hold on to Mike. Girl, you didn't even go back to your husband when your husband talking about he was with a man and he wanted you back. And you still didn't end up going back. After everything that Mike has done, I don't even know why you slept with him and put the condom. That was stupid. As for Melissa, I don't know why you want J-Mo back after what he did when it came to Ernestine. Ernestine, I don't know why you just want to take J-Mo the truth that you and Trey together. Because he over there messing around with Trill's baby mama. But I believe he going to end up having true feelings for her. I think he going to end up having feelings for her. And he going to leave both Ernestine and Melissa alone. Especially when he find out Easy took that money. Especially when he find out everything. Between Hollywood being the reason why Trill and Melissa together. And then when he find out about Trey and Ernestine, he going to cut all of them off. As for D, I do feel bad that somebody did what they did. But D, you up here still dealing with Raquel because we heard Raquel on the phone. Then you still leading Momo on. And then you have De'Ara. Well, thank God for Diana because Diana is not going to let her sister be hurt. So I thank God for Diana. But D, you need to leave Momo alone. And you need to leave Tamara alone. And Raquel alone. And you and De'Ara need to be together. Because De'Ara seems to be the only one that can get you to go to church. Tamara couldn't even get you to go to church. That's crazy. But, yeah. As for Larry and Bethany, just go ahead and get divorced. Just get divorced and call it a day. As for Sarah and Brock, Sarah, the only reason you acting the way you acting is because you're pregnant. You have pregnancy brain. Your emotions are all over the place. You are frantic because you're pregnant. Trust me, if you wasn't pregnant, you probably would have reacted the way you did. So, I don't know what the issue is. But, in the end, that's just pretty much it that I can think of right now. If there's anything else, I'll think about it more. With that being said, good night, y'all.